In the metals quadrant, considering what is the main event of the G20 meeting, and really love to be talking about copper, but really have to look at gold and its steady performance for today. Gold jumped 1% off of the open today and then falls in toward the close to close the day pretty much unchanged. Now, it was an interesting move because given that the weekend is coming up, that's really when the risk trade would be placed, is on a Friday when the major markets are closed, including the futures exchange for those very small windows that futures are actually closed. The weekend falls in that, and geopolitical tension historically tends to rise over the weekend and then fall as the week goes on. So the risk trade, the risk of geopolitical tensions, definitely rises over the weekend, which may have given gold its early rise, but then covering after the strong quarter that we've had. We have seen gold this quarter rise over 10%, about $136 over the month, starting the quarter below 1,300 and ending the quarter well over 1,400. So it was a pretty good run for gold for this quarter, and that may be part of the reason, considering this is the end of the week, end of the month, and end of the quarter, why we saw it come down toward unchanged on the day as quarterly positions were taken off to be able to be marked to market for some of the funds and speculators that look at things that way. But again, talking about the G20, copper's not really trading like it's confident that there's going to be some sort of a deal, with copper off as well, and not as big of a move in copper that we saw in gold for the quarter. So it's not trading like there's going to be a deal. So you could see gold, based off of that, based off of the news we could get on the G20, take another leg higher if we get into the week next week. That'll depend almost entirely on results of the Trump-Xi Jinping meeting, the Trump-Putin meeting, the meetings with India, Japan, the EU, see if any of the trade talks go anywhere with these major nations, especially China, of course, to see if there's another leg up for gold, or if that short covering that we may have seen through the course of today from the highs down to unchanged continues into next week.